All right, welcome future shinobis of the digital world. Let's get one thing straight. This is not going to be one of those boring tech tutorials. This isn't a lecture hall. This is day one of your training. Think of me as your sensei, and this is your own personal hacking training arc, starting right now. Together, we're going to build our own digital dojo, a safe space where we can practice some seriously forbidden techniques. So, let me ask you, are you ready? Because today isn't about just, memorizing facts from some dusty old scroll. No, today is about mastering your first and honestly, your most critical defensive jutsu. This is the one technique that separates the genin from the jonin. It is the absolute bedrock, the shield that's going to protect you on the wild path ahead. Okay, so let's break this down. Look at your computer. Yeah, the one you're on right now. Your laptop, your desktop, whatever it is, that's you. That is your real body in this digital world. Now think about the internet. It's awesome, right? But it's also a gigantic, dangerous city, just packed with hidden threats, rival clans, and tropes everywhere. Now would a hero, I'm talking Goku, Deku, anyone, test out some brand new, potentially world-shattering power right in the middle of a crowded city? No way. They go off to some deserted wasteland. And that same exact rule applies to us. And this, right here, is why we have to be smart. I'm not kidding. If you try to dissect some nasty piece of malware or test a powerful exploit on your main PC, you're not just taking a risk, you're being completely reckless. One wrong click, one tiny mistake, and it is game over. All your personal files, your family photos, your bank info, poof, gone. Corrupted, encrypted, or straight up stolen. That's not a training accident. That's a career-ending injury before your journey has even started. We just can't let that happen. So, how do we do it? How do we train with these world-breaking techniques without, breaking our own world? Well, we use the ultimate defensive technique, a concept so powerful it is literally something straight out of an anime. We are going to learn the shadow clone jutsu of computers. So before we can master the jutsu, we gotta understand the scroll, right? A virtual machine, or just a VM, is a whole entire computer. We're talking operating systems, storage, networking, the whole shebang that runs as a simulation inside an app on your main PC. It's like a digital ghost, a computer inside your computer. It looks real, it feels real, but it's completely sealed off in its own little pocket dimension. It's a perfect, safe sandbox. I am not exaggerating when I say this. It's basically Naruto's shadow clone jutsu. It is the perfect analogy. Think about it. Naruto creates a physical copy of himself to send into dangerous fights or to spy on the enemy. That clone has all his abilities, it can fight, it can gather intel, but it's not the real him. And that is exactly what a virtual machine is for us. It's a perfect, fully functional copy that we can send into that dangerous city of the internet to learn, to train, and to practice. And you gotta know the lingo here. It's key. In this world of virtualization, your physical computer, your actual hardware, is called the host. That's the real Naruto, the original. The virtual machine that we create inside of it, that's called the guest. That's our shadow clone. It's a temporary, totally disposable copy that exists for one reason, to do our bidding. And this is the most crucial part. When Naruto's clone gets blasted by some powerful attack, what happens? Does the real Naruto fall over in pain? No! The clone just goes, poof, disappears in a puff of smoke. And the real Naruto is totally fine. He might be a little tired, but he's safe. And this is the best part, he instantly gets all the experience and knowledge that the clone learned. It's the same for us. If our VM gets hit with the nastiest ransomware on the planet, we don't even sweat it. We just delete the VM, poof, gone. And our main computer, our host, our real body, is perfectly 100% unharmed. We get to learn from the mistake, but we take absolutely no damage. It is the ultimate safety net. Okay, so we're sold. We want a shadow clone. We need one. But how do we actually make it? We can't just do a few hand signs and yell Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. We need a specific tool. We need the source of this incredible power. And in our world, that's called the Hypervisor. Think of it as our summoning scroll. The Hypervisor. This is the magic piece of software that makes all of this possible. It's the engine, it's the Chakra network, it's the summoning scroll that lets us create, manage, and run all of our virtual machines. It is the bridge between our real computer, the host, and the simulated computer of our clone, the guest. Now, there are two main flavors of this summoning magic. You've got Type 1 hypervisors. These are the stuff of legends. like Sage of 6 paths level power. They run directly on the physical hardware itself. They are the operating system. This is pure, raw power, the stuff that giants like Google and Amazon use to run the cloud. It's a force of nature. But for our training, in our dojo, we're going to use a Type 2 hypervisor. This is our personal, portable summoning scroll. It just installs on your computer like any other app, like Chrome or Spotify. It's easy, it's accessible, and it is absolutely perfect for what we need to do. So, what scroll should you pick up for your training? Well, there are 2 legendary options out there. For our dojo, I can't recommend Oracle VirtualBox enough. It's incredibly powerful, it's super versatile, and here's the best part. It is completely, totally free. You can't beat that combo when you're a shinobi in training. VMware Workstation is another amazing choice, but honestly, VirtualBox is the perfect scroll to start our journey. All right, you need to prepare yourself. We've learned the basic defensive jutsu, the shadow clone. But now we're about to learn a forbidden, god-tier ability, an ability so powerful it honestly feels like cheating. In the Naruto universe, it's called Izanagi, the power to literally rewrite reality itself. No, seriously, just think about it for a second. Have you ever been deep into a project, you're coding, you're editing a video, whatever, and you make one tiny mistake and the entire thing just breaks? And you just sit there wishing you could hit a giant undo button on the last 10 minutes of your life, like a save point in a video game right before you walk into the boss room? Well, in the world of virtual machines, that power is real. This forbidden jutsu actually exists. It's not called Izanagi, it's not the time stone from Doctor Strange, it's called a snapshot, and it is without a single doubt the most powerful tool you will ever have for learning a complex and dangerous new skill. Let me just paint a picture for you. You're in your VM, your digital clone, you're trying to install some wild new hacking tool. You follow a guide, you type in this long cryptic command, and bam, disaster. The whole system just crashes, black screen of death, it is totally, utterly broken. Now, in the real world, that's a 5-hour nightmare of reinstalling everything. But with a VM, you just take a calm, deep breath, go to the menu and click Restore Snapshot, and poof! In less than 3 seconds, time itself rewinds. Your VM is back to the perfect working state it was in right before you blew it up. You can try again, you can be reckless, this makes you fearless. Now, creating these powerful clones and literally rewinding time, that doesn't come for free. It takes energy. It requires your computer's life force. And to truly master this art, you first have to master your chakra control. It's just like how Naruto has to pour some of his own chakra into every single shadow clone he makes. We have to give our virtual machine some of our computer's resources. Specifically, we're talking about sharing its RAM, that's its short-term memory, and its CPU, which is its brain. The clone needs this chakra to live and breathe and do its thing. So let's look at an example of perfect chakra control. Imagine your main PC, the host, has 16 gigabytes of RAM. That's your total chakra pool. You can decide to lend, say, 4 of those gigabytes to your VM clone. This is great because it leaves your real body with plenty of power, 12 gigabytes, to run its own stuff. It's a healthy balance. The clone is strong enough to work and you're not left feeling exhausted. And please, listen to me, this is the most important warning I can give you. You might get tempted. You might think, I'll give my clone 15 out of my 16 gigs of RAM to make it super fast. Do not do this. If you give almost all your chakra to the clone, your real body, your main PC, will have nothing left. It will slow to a crawl, it will freeze up, and it might even crash. You will literally pass out. You have to master the balance. And hey, while you're trying to manage that balance, just remember, there is probably a chakra-devouring beast already lurking on your system. Yeah, Chrome, I'm looking at you. You have to account for it. If you've got 50 tabs open and Chrome is already eating half your chakra, you have way less to give your clone. So be mindful of all the tailed beasts, applications, running on your real body. Okay, one last piece of advanced theory for today. We've made our clone, we're managing its energy, now we need to define the rules of engagement. How does our clone talk to the outside world? It's time to set up our barrier, to define our own domain expansion. We've basically got 2 primary modes for this barrier. The first one, and the one that's safest for us beginners, is called NAT networking. This is like putting a stealthy ONBU mask on your clone. It can see the internet, it can get online, but it does it by borrowing your host PC's identity. The outside world only ever sees your main computer, not the clone hiding behind it. The other mode is bridged. This is like the clone ripping off its mask and standing right next to you on your home Wi-Fi. It gets its own unique address. Every device on your network can see it. Now that's useful for some advanced stuff later on, but it also makes your clone a visible target. For our training, we're going to start with the stealth of the masked clone. We're starting with Nat. Phew, we have covered a lot of theory. We've learned the jutsus, the risks, all the secret techniques. The lecture part is over. Now it's time for your first official mission, an S-rank mission. It is time to stop talking and start building. It is time for you to assemble your digital dojo. Here are your orders. Your mission is simple, but it is absolutely crucial. First, download your summoning scroll, that's Oracle VirtualBox. Second, download the soul for your clone. That's the Kali Linux ISO file. We're using Kali because it was literally built for this kind of work, preloaded with hundreds of security tools. It's our kunai, our shuriken, our whole ninja toolkit. Third, use the scroll to give that soul a body. Create your very first VM. And finally, number 4, master the forbidden jitsu. Take a snapshot, break something on purpose, and then restore it. I want you to feel that power of rewinding time. I'm serious. Do not skip this mission. Because once this lab is set up, once you have your clone and your save point ready to go, your status officially changes. You are no longer just a civilian watching from the sidelines. You are a trainee in the academy. You have your training ground, and you are ready to learn the offensive arts. So the foundation is built. Your dojo is ready. The only question left is, what are you going to do with this power? Because next time, we move from defense to offense. We are going to learn how to attack the most vulnerable, the most complex, and the most fascinating system on this entire planet, the human mind. Get ready for social engineering. Your training has only just begun. I'll be waiting for you in the dojo. See you in the next episode.